Hey!
Hey!
Oh my god! Hello! Hey! We're fucking back! It's the defense team all together! All the warriors! Say hello, defense team! Oh my god! We're all so excited! We're finally back to finish this fucking game! To finish the last case! We're gonna dab on them! We're gonna dab on them because it's good. We need to finish this game! And I'm here with my favorite defense team, the one and only defense team. We're gonna go down the line and we're gonna go with Andre!
Hi everybody, my name is Andre. You can find me at Andre Vera Art on Twitter and Instagram, and also my website, andrevera.art, where you can see my illustration portfolio. Okay.
That's right.
All the actual play series that I'm in.
Yes.
And now there's a new section.
Ooh.
For games that I have made.
Yes.
Yeah!
You can go to my new website, andreveraart.itch.io.
Oh my god.
And check out my first ever game, Glyph, which is a texting guessing game.
So awesome. So proud of you. Another cool niche under your belt.
Yeah, it's really fun. We played it already, and it's good.
We gotta play it sometime. All right, next up we have Dylan.
Hello, I'm Dylan. I am Super Dylan on the internet. I play Ike on the Atomless, and I've been making a bajillion games with Andre. There's a whole list of them. I'm gonna drop them in chat. Is that okay?
Of course it is, Dilpick. Go ahead, drop them in.
Look at this. This is all the games that Andre and I have worked on in October. There are so many.
There's so many games.
And they're good.
And we're not even done. We're not even
even done.
We're not done. We got more to do. So yeah, go check those games out. They're all up for you to play.
Yes. And finally, last but not least, the return. Serenity.
Serenity.
Hello, I am back.
Yes.
Whole bag?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't do it as good as you can.
Oh my god, they're back.
You're such a tease.
Hi everyone, my name is Serenity. You can find me on Twitter as ClickMeClackSnack, and then ClickMeClackSnack on TikTok. I do stuff. We're back kind of on a normal schedule a little bit, so that'll be exciting. If you want to follow my Twitch and my TikTok, that's probably where you'll find out about me doing stuff, because I have something that I'm doing with a couple of friends, and we just can't talk about it yet because it's not ready, but it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so good.
Oh my god.
It's with a couple of friends, including your favorite, a Fluffy Goomba.
Hi. Secret Plans is being edited. It looks fantastic. I can't wait for it to come out. It's gonna be so good. But fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Now it's time for
Get rid of it.
the visual novel. The visual novel that started it all.
Let's do it.
Fucking Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Let's do it. Rise from the ashes.
Andre, did you just do a Richard Nixon?
Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god.
Nixon, get out of here.
I'm not a crook.
You're not a crook.
I'm not a crook.
Good to know. I trust you.
The game audio is clashing.
I am changing it now.
I am Richard Nixon.
You are.
I am here to tell you that I'm hiring Phoenix Wright as my attorney.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, we have to beat this case first, and then see if we can hire get Richard Nixon as a client later. So, final day, trial former. Let's do it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Missed that voice. Missed it. Ugh. Missed it so much. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh my
That's
god.
what I missed. That right there. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Gant.
I think you.
Oh.
Yeah, you had this guy, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Morning, folks. How's everybody doing? Hey, G, been back to the pool yet?
I forgot that was what the thing they kept saying. Yeah.
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work.
Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that.
But
Oh
you can
my
top me.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Oh.
Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
Oh no. She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
Damn it.
Oh my god. It's Lana.
What's this all about, defendant? This was me, right?
Yes, this is also you.
Yeah. I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
God damn it. Huh?
I confess to all charges against me. Fuck this bitch.
Ungrateful.
On
Ungrateful.
February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
No, Lana, fuck! God damn it! Objection, please! Wait a minute, you can't do that! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
Son of a bitch. What? Huh? Wait, what? But Lana!
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney.
Damn it! Okay.
Fuck.
The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence.
Man, testimony and circumstantial evidence has been my whole MO this entire game.
And how's the back of my hair look?
No.
I would like
It's a
you to
little
render your
uneven.
verdict now, if you please.
It is a little uneven. You're right about that, yeah.
You seen that video of the barber with the fucking knife, the
Oh,
fucking
God.
chef's knife? and
Jesus.
He
Yeah.
like sits up. Oh my god. Horrendous.
Yeah, well, as someone who was going to cosmetology school, it pisses me off. Anyway, fuck that. It's just angles and shit, and her hair's all choppy. Anyway. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial.
Wait.
If Mr. Wright may feel otherwise,
I do. This can't be happening. We just got back.
it appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant
One moment, Your Honor.
Edgeworth with the
shit.
save.
Edgy Poo.
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
It certainly would be.
Come now, Worthy.
That's Gant saying that line.
Come now, Worthy.
Oh, God.
I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, hmm?
Jesus.
Woo!
Not
You
here.
little stubby brat.
Oh, my God.
You little sussy bucko.
Can we go to break?
Do we have to pay Andre $5 now? Is that what's happening?
Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Grant.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm
Say the line.
but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be.
Damn.
Okay, now drink. You have to hydrate.
I'm hydrated.
Hydrate.
And now
Hydrate.
I have to hydrate after that line, so.
I'm also hydrating, hence the ellipses.
Yeah.
Ooh. Spicy.
What are you drinking?
Me?
You said spicy.
Oh, I'm talking about the dialogue.
Pure hot sauce.
Just hot sauce.
Not yet. Wait,
With
just give it a
the sudden
second.
confession from the defendant. It's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
No.
Some kind of deal, hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
Oh.
Huh. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like it to change its first witness.
Oh shit. What are we doing?
To whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh my.
I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy.
A theologian?
However,
Watch that tonight.
no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant?
Why wouldn't it be? It should be perfectly fine, right?
Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Huh! Totally the words of an innocent man. Without a doubt.
Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Hey, Emma.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yeah. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is.
Well, okay then.
Fucking oh, sure. He sure gave in fast.
Now,
That's you, so.
oh God, I hate when that does that.
Yep.
Tricks me. Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Witness testimony 2 years ago.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember that much.
Who's ready to regurgitate to just fucking make them remember everything about that day and then over and over again for testimony's sake? Because that's what we do. Me.
That's understandable, however. Please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. What does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
Because it's my job to figure that out. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Sure. I guess. Cross-examination. Let's just press everything for good old time's sake,
Yes.
shall we? 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the detective agency. Oh, who's that? The police department, correct?
Yeah. She was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Gaia used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit in my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work.
Press it! A man?
Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
What was the prosecutor doing there?
That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Almost forgot about Gant.
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Awards. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after dark. When dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in.
I don't clearly remember what happened then. But
Regardless on innocence? What the Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on dark, and then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then the lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my head. I see. It's fun to have a one-sided conversation with you.
Yeah.
It's good sometimes.
Both warm up.
Yeah.
But I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective.
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more, please. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes, that's why it was so. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw.
Yeah, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes. I think she mentioned something about that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture, please.
Yes.
This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Oh.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
Did you?
Let's look at that fucking evidence list, shall we?
Hold on. Let me check my pockets.
I mean, I gotta check my pockets real quick. Hold on. We're just gonna.
Hold on.
What's in my pockets? Oh yeah, let's go to the evidence list. Let's see.
Hey!
What the fuck, Mr. Edgeworth? This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence?
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident.
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over. Turn it. Ah! What's this?
Oh shit! It's the picture.
Oh my god!
It's you, Edgeworth.
Oh yeah. Yes. What is that?
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. She's a really good artist.
That's actually really good.
That's pretty good. The staging's very clear.
Yeah.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
Very gay.
Very gay.
This is
What's
very
the-
homoerotic. Is this what the kids call yaoi?
What's the meaning of this?
I mean, this game did come out in 2001, so granted.
What are you doing with that list?
Me?
What are you doing with that paddle?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Edgeworth, please. Edgeworth, no. No.
Put down the paddle. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
Oh?
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list that you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete.
Bum bum bum.
Oh shit.
These two lists fit together to form one.
Oh shit.
Like
Shit.
you and me, Edgeworth.
Hey.
You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other.
Whoopsies. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in this case ever reached you.
What?
Order.
Order, please.
Sir. But Miss Guy, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor!
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Huh?
Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth?
Is there a... Have they never just turned the paper around randomly? Like, ever?
Protocol.
Ever? Is that... Why would there be two sides to this list? That doesn't make sense.
I only have clearance for the front half
Yes.
of this paper. I
Right.
can't turn it over.
Can't turn it over. That's illegal.
It's possible. Let's see.
You having a good little sit date there? What will I get for lunch today?
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask? Oh.
Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something on the back of
It says Edgeworth is a poo-poo head. What is this?
Just kick me.
Oh,
Oh my
fuck it.
god, it's that
It's
fucking
that
badger.
fucking badger's head!
That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room.
That's it.
Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives.
Wait a minute. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record.
Thank you for cutting that music, Judge. Appreciate it. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture that you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. as shown by the stick figures and no
No
specific
discernible.
identification.
No qualifying features at all.
Also being stabbed by a ruler, as you can tell by this picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was scary, okay? Wait. Stabbed in the back. Died from a puncture and
Can I see
lost.
the drawing?
Sure.
It's all. Well, she was saying that he was stabbed in the chest.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, bitch.
She's saying he got stabbed in the chest, but what she saw and what the autopsy are saying are different.
Oh, motherfucker.
So.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The defense may. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, go.
Go.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we're transitioning. By the way, I didn't click that. They just went.
No, it's okay.
It just. This is the picture I draw 2 years ago. What the fuck? Let's press. Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
2 or 3 days later. The memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
Excuse me, witness. Can you draw a picture of me and Edgeworth? You're a very good artist.
Can I commission you?
Can I commission you? But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
What?
So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, and then, when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt.
What happened after the lightning flashed?
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Any picture.
That's the thing he just said.
This picture shows da-da-da.
Hey! No, make this make sense.
I'm sorry, but the knife doesn't have a point on it, so how could it be a stabby weapon?
It's a ruler.
It's a rule. Yeah,
They were just measuring their friendship.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I remember just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out what this contradiction was for us?
Sure.
What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
It's the fact that it's blunt, but it's supposed to stab a man.
It's a ruler.
That was the shortest little. I think we've read so far.
The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see that the tip is very broken. It's very broken. In fact, it doesn't even exist.
Even I don't have to look that closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
Yeah, but why would it have been broken prior to being inserted in the body?
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
Well, I'll fucking tell you. Just wait me a goddamn second. It's obvious. Really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not have been
Well, I just said.
should not have been broken yet, bitch.
Duh! What is the meaning of this?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Bullshit! Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right. You tell him. But what does this mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure if she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at that time. But she was sure she remembered correctly.
But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Objection. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, Wright.
All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be placed, a piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No. Ugh.
Order! Stop! Sir!
Sir, you in particular, sir.
Someone give him an extra confetti cannon so he stops. Are you saying... Excuse me. Are you saying that this investigation really was corrupted?
Damn Skippy, Your Honor. Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. Thank you, because we needed it.
Please.
I can't remember shit. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there was a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife.
I wonder which one.
Where is that?
I wonder which one.
What are are the chances of there being 2 broken knives?
What if one wasn't even broken in the first place?
That's so sussy.
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? Fucking, there is another one. You bumbling buffoon?
The what?
You bumbling buffoon?
Buffon?
Buffoon, but different.
Oh.
If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away with a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife.
You have the evidence!
So please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. The real murder weapon.
The real murder weapon. It's the base.
It's the bitch. The answer lies in the past. 2 years ago in the past. Right here inside this picture. That's you.
This is a picture of the award ceremony.
Oh, I'm a dummy.
What'd you think?
I thought it was the vase.
No, but the vase is important.
Stabbed with a broken face.
Have you seen? Hey, do you see what the vase kind of looks like upside
A
down?
broken. Wait,
What?
what? I was gonna say the trophy itself has a broken blade.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm just
Let's go somewhere real quick. That's just. What is? Let's look at this, shall we? What does that vase look like backwards or upside down?
Oh my god.
No.
Would you look at
Is that real?
Would you look
Is
at
that real? Is
Would
that
you look at
canon?
Would you look at that?
Wait, show me the vase.
Wait.
Do you want to
no.
see the vase?
Show me the vase.
I will show you the vase.
I don't.
Kinda.
Ah,
A little bit.
I can see it.
Well, now it looks like a little pig.
Yeah.
So.
Cute. Oh, what sound does a fucking pig make?
What was it?
I was gonna say squark, which is not right.
There you go.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Squark?
Squark. There you go.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm still trying to get over the sound you thought a pig made.
Squark.
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 Do you really need us to tell you what sound a pig makes?
No.
Okay.
Just said a brain fart.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
What is it? What is it, boy?
Oh my god, Edgeworth.
He's in shock.
It's the broken murder weapon.
Ah! Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
Yeah. Yeah.
The broken knife.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all the likelihood this fucking award shit. Fucking, what the fuck? Tried to hide it from us in plain sight.
Order.
Order.
Order. Order.
Neil Marshall was awarded the King of Prosecutors Award that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
But that can't be.
Oh? And why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors Award was a murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, This man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Huh? But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here?
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
It's my whole MO. It's my whole. Oh shit!
Hold it. Oh.
Who?
Wait,
God.
I remember now. I remember everything. Witness?
What the fuck?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Yeah?
What?
You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
Gotta get away from
Oh my
it.
god.
Gotta escape it. Can't escape it.
Cannot escape! All this time I've been trying so hard to forget.
Pitch me too.
I must have locked this part deep away inside of me.
For convenience sake and trauma.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony? Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up. Now the blue badger. This should be interesting.
It's me. I'm the creator of the Blue Badger.
Oh my god.
Oh
Throw
my
me
god.
in jail. Throw me in jail.
God damn it. Emma's recollection.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them.
What?
Wow, I forgot that, I guess.
That's brave as fuck.
I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the Blue Badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
Oh.
What the fuck? I mean,
Oh.
I know it was the vase. I'm just saying that right now because we just went over
This
it.
is certainly most unusual.
Yeah. Oh, alright.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year.
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes, well, the defense may now... Okay.
Stop. Please. Don't pursue this any further.
Oh shit.
Homie?
Getting desperate, huh? Lana.
What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Because you're a terrible liar.
Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late. Oh no.
That's
It's too late to turn back.
right.
Silence.
Oh,
The defense will now begin its cross-examination.
it's fucking right.
Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're the one who was yelling the entire time. God, bailiff.
No, that's my brother.
Boolif.
Bailiff. Bailiff.
Fuck
the
off my
bailiff?
bullet.
Best character.
Yeah, he only speak by Gaga.
I thought that language is dead.
I need a picture of Bailiff so badly.
Boolif, and Bailiff, and Boolif.
Oh, bark, bark, bark.
It's okay.
My God.
It's okay. Seems we're finally gathering the court of the matter. Fucking finally, Jesus Christ. Oh God.
Maybe if Bullet would shut the fuck up.
Press, what the fuck? You ran towards them?
What?
When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were their shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor office reports.
So then you...
I panicked and I rushed towards them like a crazy person.
Yep.
Why would you do something so dangerous?
Fight or flight, bitch. I don't know.
You were like, fight?
What else could I have done?
Fair enough.
He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife.
But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
Hold it, what? What do you mean you think?
It all just happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did was all kind of a blur.
Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural.
You would know a lot about that, wouldn't you, Edgeworth? Whoa!
Oh,
No.
hey.
What's up?
I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next? I like that I'm supporting myself here.
Good.
That feels nice.
Mhm.
Good job, me. Thanks, me.
Yeah.
Good job.
Me.
Are you sure about this?
Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him right there.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast.
No, copyright.
And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised when I saw him too at the police department. I had this nagging feeling I'd seen him somewhere before. Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought you had the thing that caused enough commotion.
Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
Where did you see him dancing?
Dancing!
Dancing.
His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with this winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think what she saw.
Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. So, if so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was.
What was it that Emma saw when the lightning flashed? Who is this Blue Badger really? I might know because I saw it already. Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. And she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on this one fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looks similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright. In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. what is that? What is it that the witness saw in that instance? Please show us this mysterious blue badger lookalike.
Sure. Unstable chart. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this.
But that, what is that exactly?
I believe it's some sort of jar.
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Give me a second. I'm trying to help you. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain old jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
I gotta show them the correct angle that looks like this.
Yeah.
I gotta rotate it.
You. Oh.
You're so close.
I'm so close.
You're right there.
I'm so close. Why do the buttons have to be so weird for this?
I don't know.
I hate
You got
this.
You're so close.
I'm so
this.
close.
You're a gamer.
I'm so close.
The gamer.
No, wait.
Okay, everyone pay Christian $5 for each time he said that.
God, I'm so close. Feel like a goddamn gigolo about to burst.
What?
What?
About a jar. Are you okay?
A gigolo?
About to burst. Quote unquote.
Quote.
No, fuck. This isn't right. Gotta make it lower look the measure. Fucking god damn it. All right, give me a second.
Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness's
Yes,
drawing.
yes, yes.
Thank
If
you.
Mr. Wright can't match the shape of the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim.
Fucking god damn it. It's right there. Gotta find just the right angle. Give me a second. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more. Or horizontally?
Come on, Mr. Wright. You can do it.
God damn it. I gotta show them the correct angle to make this look like that. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
God.
I wish this controlled better.
Difficult.
What a great little
Got this.
little function. God, why this music?
Right? The fucking worst.
Oh my god.
No!
There's
Fuck.
music in the next game that people like cry about.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Come on, you can do it.
I
Okay.
believe in you.
I hate this. This is the worst.
You know what this makes me think of? The Freddy Fazbear
Fuck! Just don't touch the E button. Despite the
it,
fact
like-
that it's right next to every other button I need to press.
Flip it like all the way with like the long side pointing towards the screen.
Okay, hold on. All right. Nope, wrong one. All right, then we're gonna rotate it a little bit. Nope, don't rotating. Nope, take that back. We're gonna rotate it with B, and then rotate it. No, by the way. And we're gonna.
That's pretty good.
That looks good, right? Like I'm not crazy.
That's pretty close.
But
I might do, like,
but
one
I
more
fucking
up,
I
like-
fucking bet it has to be perfect in the lines. Like fuck it, like the other way, like that, or some shit.
Go for it.
Try tilting it back just like one smidge more.
A little back. All right.
Yeah,
all right,
so
all right.
the front part of the jar is up
Right.
a little more, but just only a little.
Like that.
Like that.
Good. We're gonna put. Ah! Ah!
We did it!
We did it!
Nice.
Well, is this a miracle or what? 3 tries and we got it.
Can you stop playing the fucking music?
Please stop it.
Please?
No one can
Guys.
possibly deny this Jarge's resemblance to the Blue Badger.
No, it can't be.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow.
like
Open
that song.
Steve.
Cope, seethe.
Order, order. The defendant has proven its claim.
That's right.
The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Sorry.
Good, it's all good. No apologies
Can't
necessary.
believe you're consuming.
Feeding yourself. I can't believe that.
Mm.
I know.
What can I say? Some of us play Peggle, some of us eat food.
Mhm.
Why are you calling me out like this?
Although-
Play some Peggle.
It's cause we're friends on Steam, so I seen it.
Yeah, I saw you pop
Video.
up too, and I was like, nice.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point?
Damn.
How curt? What do you mean?
So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
Give it a second. God damn it. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything.
Indeed. Very well then, please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar?
What is this?
Well, that would mean that probably someone was throwing or using a jar to
Right.
stop someone,
Yeah,
so
so-
probably the murderer.
Allow me to take these. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, all the witness saw was this jar.
At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gann.
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. Her witness testified so herself.
Yes, and it is these true facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? Which for some reason seems impossible to me.
Are you saying they picked them up and took a few steps to the left?
Oh my
Can't-
god,
And
I
put the
can't
body
even
down?
fathom what you're trying to say.
that's impossible. All these cases we've been through, impossible. That's still you, I think.
From Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Why would he do that? What the fuck? Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright?
I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
That would have to have been the impact of the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, If I may draw your attention to the picture once more. If the man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit?
Oh no.
It was a big goal.
Also, I fucking do it.
I'll take that as there.
The suit of armor. I'm just sitting here because I'm like, fucking knew it.
Fucking do it.
Okay. Holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken blade, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy.
No, Mr. Wright, you cannot be thinking.
Yes. There was another possibility that actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility?
Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall,
Blamzos.
uh-huh.
Serenity was right the whole time. You mean Mr. Marshall died? Because of me? I don't want to burst the mic. No.
No, no.
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 Wait, Sal, come back.
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So the witness who took the victim's life and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. You like that word a lot.
Yeah. You say it a little too often for it to be true as often as you say it. But okay. What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances.
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin this crime on her? Imagine that coming from you.
Damn.
If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
Evidence?
Oh, God, you're a...
You're
prosecutor.
insufferable.
Oh, my God. I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
We certainly can't get dead people to testify. I mean, if certain spirit mediums were here, we could, but they're off training and doing other shit right now. That'd be so cool. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Touche, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean there's still another possibility?
Do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message.
Ba-bum.
For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim lay left behind is in the evidence. Believe, yes. This message from the deceased is already in our possession.
Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
It's my job.
Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us this piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
It's on the jar. Sorry. Take it. This is the message left by the deceased.
Is that that is the blue badger from before, right?
What?
Oh my god, get your shit together, man.
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would.
Looks like everyone's forgot that this is the jar. Did everybody just forget that this is the jar? It's the jar. It's the jar, everybody. What are we doing here? What is this?
Guys, come on.
Did I miss the comedy bit? What the fuck? We're talking.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
What the fuck? A message was left here on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean? Did someone Dongun Rompa this?
You bet your sweet bippin' they did back in 2003.
Wow.
If you look closely, you can see a fake blood trail on the jar.
It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away.
Yes, there's a line here drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines?
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the free precious seconds left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed direction.
Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent.
No.
Who's ready to play Connect the Dots?
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave us?
Your Honor, I believe the bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Gotta connect the dots. Given the circumstances, there's only one thing they could have written. His murderer's name.
That's so depressing that like he still tattled on her when it was an accident.
There we go. I mean, that's as close as we're gonna get, so.
You need to connect the oh, maybe not. Just kidding.
It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma.
So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Of all people. She may have not meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Sky.
Ooh. Oh,
It's
that's what's the guy.
Seaworthy.
You
Yeah.
Can't
fuck.
say I didn't warn.
You bitch.
Chief
This is my
Gant.
theme song.
Oh my god! Phantom of the Opera. It's my
Do you
favorite.
Do you understand the implications of what you've done? You stupid bitch.
What? What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not?
Ugh.
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
Ugh.
Hold the fuck up. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice.
What?
We're merely keepers of the law.
Ugh. God.
Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor and despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied.
This
I
is
just
What a gloating ass bitch.
gaslight
going on?
gatekeep Gant.
He said it
Honestly.
meant was death.
Order! Order! Order!
Alright. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial's headed, no one knows. To be continued. Dade! Holy shit!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, innocent! Ba-ba-da-ba-ba! Emma's a killer!
Oh my
I
god.
fucking knew it.
Save it twice, everybody. Always remember, save it twice.
Don't,
What the
don't for, remember the name.
Remember the
Remember the name.
remember the save. The February 25th, 1206 District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours.
Gumshoe!
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Gumshoe!
Oh. Guess I am. I'll come back later.
Babe.
Bye.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of it, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Oh my god.
I take it Lana's having you run errands again?
Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. He asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial.
What the fuck? Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this the other day. Edward, this is flashback.
Oh yeah, you must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
Ah, she's in jail now.
Oh
Murder.
jeez.
The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message?
I'm sorry, that's your line.
It's all good. It's all good, pal. It's all good, pal.
She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book.
Him. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. From Miss Sky explains 2 rules of evidence law.
We're gonna finally read a law book.
Holy shit!
Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though.
Oh
Yeah, you fucked up the ass, bud. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh?
Huh?
Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me.
Mr. Edgeworth. That's real sexy of you.
The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. And now you're telling me that you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, bro!
You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman.
What? Huh?
She merely stuffed a knife in his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
What?
And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end.
Defend your boyfriend simulator.
You know it's time to defend your boyfriend simulator. An hour later, 50 minutes later, to courtroom number 9.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. And if anyone says anything, I'll hit you with my gavel. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have,
Struck a bargain? You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Oh? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
Then it's settled. The, defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize that this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
The defense calls. The time has finally come to bring out the real murderer. Where are you, Gant, you son of a bitch?
Bitch!
Come here. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damien Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse.
I'm about to fucking double team this motherfucker.
Nice.
Nice.
He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
Witness.
Your fucking
Name
face.
and occupation.
What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
He didn't call him, so.
Your name and occupation.
So, you want to play hardball, huh?
Stop making him daddy. God damn it. Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Oh, righto. What's with the grim face?
First, let's clear up this SL9 incident.
Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
made pretty clear already.
Damn.
There's still some things that are unaccounted for,
Oh? Like what?
like the role you played in all of this.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish.
I am very both.
True. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Whoops, reputation.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony.
SL9 incident.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Is that when Dark was arrested?
Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head.
I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut.
If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I better hit him hard and fast. Hey, do you remember where we got that evidence list in the first place, everybody?
Damon Gant's office.
Do you remember where in Damon Gant's office?
In his desk.
Even better, in his fucking safe, along with other pieces of evidence we didn't know about.
That's right.
This forging ass bitch.
We broke and enter.
You fucking broke and enter. But for brevity's sake, I'm gonna press him on everything else.
Wow.
As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooks Dark and made him run away like that.
Was the defendant, Lana Sky, also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, he wasn't there when Dark ran for it.
So the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden. I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil when that knife, that joke was so good until I
when that heart went through his knife.
Yeah. That's it.
That's not funny.
It used to be.
Yeah. It used to be. Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor.
So Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor?
Well, I guess. Yes, apparently his head was knocked down. Next to them were those two poor girls.
Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done.
How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. If it had already been moved.
So that means...
That's you again.
You found the body near Lana's desk?
That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway. I love to flex on my haters.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I mean, we could also use the jar because we also found it in his safe. So I'm gonna use the jar. Hey, fuck you. What the fuck was this doing in your safe then, bitch?
Yeah, bitch.
Fuck
You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery.
You're a hooah.
But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. I'm getting there, kids.
You're getting there. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in illegal investigations.
Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this?
Ho!
Don't call me a hoe.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Over. Here's a defense attorney. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
I'm sorry, what? Me? What? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Uno reverse, bitch. Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence.
But
Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do the same too. Isn't that right? Righto.
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy.
Ugh.
Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What?
What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Jesus.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office. And the relation to the forgery that took work at the crime scene.
My. Kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together.
Ching evidence and forgery.
Let's see. Wait, what was it now? A jar fragment, a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office.
Oh, come on.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I participate in the forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
when investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol.
You do understand that I am the chief of police, yes? There will be consequences.
Not if you get fucking arrested, bitch. Oh, shit.
Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again.
My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know.
Alright, Edgy. In return, though.
I know. That place, right?
What?
Hello?
What's happening? Huh?
You, me.
What?
The bathhouses.
Huh? What? What are these? What are these guys telepathic?
You will know the full extent of the law.
Someone pay Andre $10.
Fucking what? Bitch? Hold it. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making ridiculous accusations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
Huh. What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped.
What? That's the most
What is happening?
What are you saying?
French shit I ever heard them say.
I fucking tipped cows when I was a young kid. What the fuck?
Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later.
Later. What are you talking about?
What else? I'm talking about when Righto's prints are found. Yes. If they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
Ah, I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. And I faced basically Elon Musk.
True.
But fuck you. What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery.
I'm not through speaking yet, righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced.
Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient?
Right. The chief is talking about a possibility, so as long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time.
Tell me something I don't know.
Come now, Righto. Think about it.
How can you look me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil?
I'm not sure if I care for the word murder here, but in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Sky.
Well, now do you see?
Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there was one very large benefit you reap from all this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What was this benefit?
That would, of course, be the position you have. Chief of Police.
Oh.
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive.
Ho 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 ho. Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Do you really think I'm that incompetent?
Yes. What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There. It's out in the open now. Angie, would you mind if I changed my testimony a little?
Oh, by all means, please do.
I wouldn't be anyone's...
Fuck you! You don't get to finish that line. Fuck you! There's nothing in it for you? You stupid bitch.
Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly.
In quote, in capitals. In capitals. What a smug bitch.
That girl. Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
Ha 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 ha! Oh, that's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Let's point out an accomplice! The only other person who liked him. True, you might not have been able to help anyone for their sake, but it would benefit if it would benefit you. You might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
That's not what I mean.
Well, very well then. Who's this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
Fucking Lana Sky, the only person who worked for him, his right hand.
And the one who has basically been admitting that she forged shit
Yes.
the entire time to protect her.
Yes, and if you have the chief prosecutor basically blackmailed forever, you're win.
Fucking set.
You're fucking set.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky? The defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And that's for Chief Gant. He would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Don't tell me that. Despite the chief's formidable appearance,
Judge, calm down.
he plays with puppets?
Oh.
What is he, Jim Henson?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, wait.
The fucking deadest the whole court has been this entire trial.
Oh my god. You must mean puppet as in someone who's forced to do. Never mind.
Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you can control her.
Righto, my boy, you have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid with any proof. This all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless that is also what happened in this incident.
This incident? Or which one would that be?
Of course, I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
Were they? You'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Oh.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What? Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Miss that.
Order. I said order. Bolif, shut up. Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an affront of the this is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agents.
I took down Elon Musk. This is not that far off.
If I could prosecute, if I could acquit God, I would.
I would.
To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder?
2 times over, actually.
This is Impossible.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
It's too late, Mr. Wright.
Fuck. Huh?
There's no turning back for us now.
All right, here we go.
Okay, full-time gay. Let's go.
Looks like he's the one who decides we're going through with this.
Mr. Wright, say you're a bird.
What? What?
Oh God! Dylan, you continue to amaze me with your references and your timing.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird. Fucking hit that gas pedal.
Okay.
Anyway. Can you prove that you're a bird, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder?
Good question.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. All right, then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
I'll do that. I will be right back.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
It's this thing, cause it proves he was in the room
Yeah.
20 minutes before.
Da, da, da,
What a bitch.
da, da.
What a bitch. What a bitch. I shall wait for Edgeworth because I believe he might come back. Our dear lovely dill pickle.
Yeah.
So how's everybody doing so far?
Guys, I hate this case.
You hate this case?
No, this case sucks.
But it's full of ups and downs and twists and turns.
Yeah, but it's so easy. Like,
Well, it's because we know who the murderer is. We know.
I mean, okay. We know who the murderer was in like the second case, right?
Yeah.
Because we literally fucking saw Red White like
Yeah, murder them.
bludgeon Mia.
Yeah.
But like that at least had like personal convictions,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And like this is so much, like this case is so long.
It's so long.
It's so ridiculously long.
Yeah.
And for what? For what?
To rattle Edgeworth a little bit more
Before, well, the next game.
before the next game. But this case was made specifically to explain why he's not in the second game as our prosecutor. That's what this case is for.
Spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers, I guess. Well, we already know. We've already told Serenity that they're
We
up,
already told you.
Yeah.
that they're up next at the bat. But Edgeworth
I'm
is
so
not.
excited.
Edgeworth is not the prosecutor that we go against in the game. And this was to better explain why he left. Because the last case before this one is because of his last mentor fucked him over and tried to frame him for murder.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
What
I'm
the
outta here.
I'm gone.
I'm out. I'm going to America for a little while, or Europe. I can't remember which.
Well, we're in America. We're in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, Japan.
Los Angeles, Japan.
Tokyo, Los Angeles.
Lost Japan.
We're going out for burgers, you see.
For burgers, and that's final.
I won't have it any other way.
I won't have it any other way. I'll spit out any other food. I'll do
Burger
it.
King have it your way? Yeah, that's what I fucking said.
That's the whole point.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I fucking love this.
I fucking love the spread.
Arby's, we have what I fucking asked for. Thank you.
They never have what I ask for.
What do you always ask for?
Good food.
Damn. Fucking,
Wow.
Damn. Fucking
Fucking vicious.
The Arby's
get him.
where I'm at suck ass.
Listen, I'm not saying Arby's is like top tier fast food,
Mm.
but you know what? It stays good for a while. You can like.
Arby's. It stays good
You
for a
say,
while.
Are you stating in a situation where there's an apocalyptic issue, just go hold out at Arby's because everything's preserved enough for a long time?
I mean, listen, I would get like they used to have a deal for like 5 sandwiches for like $15, which is honestly a pretty good deal. And you salt those bitches.
You
It's
salt
weird.
those bitches. You fucking preserve
They were
those
already
bitches.
So salty. They were always so salty.
Yeah, but it's good. Yum 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 sodium.
Yum 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 sodium. Yum 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 vertigo. Hey, welcome back.
Hi, yum 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 vertigo? Question
Yum
mark?
yum yum sodium.
Sodium.
We're talking about Arby's.
Okay.
And how they're not.
What is your verdict on Arby's, babe?
That's a great question. I don't know that I've been to an Arby's.
Don't do it.
I can't actually recall ever being to an Arby's.
No, I can't either. I've heard tale of meat sweats, and I go, no, I'm all right.
Meat sweat.
Meat sweats. Yep, that's like their second thing that they say. It's like they have their like Arby's da da da. So meat sweats.
Also meat
They
sweats.
advertise them as giving you the meat sweats.
Oof.
That makes me upset.
In context.
In contact. Oh, by the way, Dylan, we have evidence to prove that Gant's a piece of shit, and I'm just gonna present that right now in front of his face.
Do it. Get him.
We're just gonna
Get his ass.
we're just gonna.
This is the ID card list.
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list that we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777777.
I'm sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
It's your number.
Stop playing games.
What the fuck? It's your number, dude.
What? How do you know that? Even though we talked about this yesterday.
There's a safe in Chief Gant's office required a code to open the door. A 7-digit code.
7 digits. You don't mean
Oh no.
7 numbers.
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was, like a dum-dum, 777777.
That's it.
The same as the remaining ID card number on the list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room the day of the crime, you stupid bitch! That's like using password as your password.
Order.
Okay.
Chief Gant, didn't we teach you anything about cybersecurity?
I mean, you're the chief of police!
What do you have to say for yourself?
Get him.
Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations.
And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
That's right.
Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm the chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference?
Okay.
I can go anywhere I want.
Uh-oh, someone's losing it.
Oh,
Tell me,
get him.
when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
Objection! You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant? I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
Do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine its truth.
That's you again.
If Chief Gant...
That's you again, Nezworth. That's not you,
If
Chief
Chief
Gant.
Gant met with the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant the same day of the crime.
His lost item report can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime.
Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the Chief of Police. Gant.
Yet, you are in possession of the report. Which means you can't be sure if he filed it.
He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him.
There's no way, no other way, the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Hold on. Let me guess what you're gonna say next. I, the Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman.
Yep, exactly.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Oh shit.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
No!
What
Oh my-
With super
I'm sorry.
He fucking shocked himself.
Chief Gant, you're a werewolf?
Yeah.
You didn't.
The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one had the right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. Oh, shit. Everything crashed for me. Hold on. Oh,
What?
am I back?
You're here.
Oh, okay, weird. How did he manage to move it there?
Get.
I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal.
Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do that? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so.
Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body of to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought it was just a useless clue just taking up space.
How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this in evidence.
To move the victim's body, the chief can't use this. Is it the parking stub? I think so. I think it's the parking stub. There's also this thing. There's also this thing. This random screwdriver.
Oh.
This random screwdriver we got.
Yeah.
This fucking. This is how Chief Gant moved the fucking bodies, bitch.
What is that? A screwdriver? Well, what does that have to do with this case?
Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... Ugh. Oh, I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office.
But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to.
You mean I...
That means you moved the body, bitch! The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car?
Yes. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye.
Order, order, order. What's going on here? There's no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations. Oh, is there no room?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took in the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was the exact opposite.
It's a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gant, please say something.
I believe your time's up.
My time's up?
Yeah.
Sorry, Rhino, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after
You
this.
son of a bitch, you can't get away with this.
We have to get it going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special.
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet.
Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now.
You son of a bitch.
What? This is no time. This is not a. This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all this?
Run away. Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? but if you have any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it now.
Well,
You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police, if you didn't remember. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
Do you have any concrete proof?
Nope.
Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body?
Nope. Do I have any concrete proof? Nope. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor, at present, I have no conclusive evidence.
CRG.
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief.
What the fuck? What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose. I know. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Achi. I'll leave the rest to you, huh?
Don't you fade away, you bitch! You bitch!
Bye!
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to senior officers in our nation's law enforcement agency.
Don't you fucking take away a point from me. Ah!
Oh.
Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't had the honor of hearing her testimony.
What?
A lady who knows the truth. Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial, someone right in this very room.
It's fucking Lana.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Son of a bitch. The player character is calling the witnesses today. Fucking...
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
Yeah, it's Lana. Fucking... She may not be willing to tell the truth. But we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls forth... Fucking Lana. Fucking get the fuck up here. What the...
Come on, girl.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well, the court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in...
Oh God, who could this
Hold
possibly
on.
be?
I think this is Lana. I think this is Lana.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fucking...
Hold on!
Chief Gant! I thought you were going to go to eat.
Listen, good Lana.
He's talking to Lana. Fucking God, stop it!
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences.
Right in front of everybody? Really?
That's ballsy.
That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
What the? This isn't good. What the fuck?
Of course, you never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. All right, then. I've got a lunch date to meet.
Did he really just openly threaten this woman
Yup,
in front of
sure did.
everybody? Just openly threatened him. And we're like, okay.
Okay.
What?
If there aren't any further objections,
We're gonna pretend like that didn't just happen?
the court is now in recess.
We're gonna pretend he didn't just threaten a woman and her sister? We're just gonna do that right now? We're just gonna fade the black? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
25th, 2:04 p.m.
Looks like we managed to stay in the game.
Yeah. Thanks for your help, Edgeworth.
That chief, he's something else, huh, pals?
Detective Gumshoe.
Haha, I'm not a detective anymore.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office.
No! My office?
Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with.
Oh god.
Oh,
Could he mean Maya?
Let me channel that lady.
Let me channel that lady.
Bazongas. Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Dance done it again. He always gets the upper hand.
It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. That's bullshit.
Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said.
but Chief, that is not a right to casually be invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
Risks. What did he mean by that?
It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true.
You mean he forfeits the right to say anything too?
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
It's me.
Emma, are you okay?
Yeah. When I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. I've accepted being a murderer.
Wow.
Oh.
It's funny.
Oh dear.
I almost feel somehow relieved.
Oh god.
Relieved?
Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. What the fuck?
Yeah.
All this time. My sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man.
Oh.
Oh.
And she
I'm
did it all.
free to do what I want now.
The shackles! They're released.
Hey.
And she did it all just to protect me.
Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her.
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders.
I'm sorry.
She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do.
That must be why she became so cold.
It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. I love that movie Joker.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Chief Gant, maybe. I can speak. This has been hard since coming back.
Yeah.
Reading is difficult.
Eating's hard.
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery. But he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see.
well, we better get back. It's time for the final act.
It really is. I've looked it up. This is the final part.
But however, comma.
However,
Do
comma.
we want to stop here because we have half an hour to
We have half an hour.
to the next thing?
I've looked up how long, what we have to do. It is.
Could we reasonably do it?
If I just picked the right statements, if I skipped everything and just pressed the right things, yes,
Sure.
Definitely we have the time.
I
Okay.
think that is a fair thing to do then, especially since we're all getting a little tired of this weird
Right.
game.
Yes. If I just pressed
Okay.
if I just picked the correct answers and didn't pussyfoot around getting every piece of dialogue, yes, we could possibly make it.
Now, is this gonna harm any like achievements you're trying to get?
No.
No, there's not achievements for like getting all the dialogue. I mean, it's not even possible to do on
Yeah.
a run. So
I just want to make sure.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's do
all right,
this.
let's go.
Let's go. Emma, why don't you wait?
No, I'm going with you. I want to be there. When Lana tells the truth.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this.
Fucking end this shit. To be continued.
But not really.
But not really. We're gonna continue it right now. We're gonna speed run this bitch. Yes. Yes. Save trial. Save twice. Always save twice. Even speed running. Back up.
Yeah.
Speed run twice.
February 25th.
Speed run twice.
How about
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. Oh, but Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past few years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Oof.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Gant and fabrication.
I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course, I'm sure.
But Lana... If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
Give me a fucking second.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
God damn it.
Please, Mr. Wright, you have to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah. There's no time to start second guessing myself.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Yeah, we're gonna press that fourth statement. Hold it.
Nope.
You say you did this all by yourself?
Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken Prosecutor Award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? The prosecutor marshal died from the unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up for her lies with more lies.
All to protect me. So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes.
Broke the knife. Oh, nope, that's a new statement. Ha!
Oh, I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, and then moved the body.
What the fuck? How? You planted the tip of Dark's knife? What the fuck?
But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I'll ask more sick the others. Why would you put fucking... Let's see what it says. Why would you move the body?
Why would you do that?
When you showed on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
But it was in the safe.
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring it to everyone's attention. A significant contradiction within your testimony.
A contradiction in my testimony?
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on the jar in the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to have been able to write his message on the jar, it must not have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar.
Order.
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
All right, there you go. The jar and the message in blood.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean the one who wiped away the message in the blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Jar and message in blood. Nope. 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 You didn't get them all. You didn't. Miss Sky, I believe this jar concealed a truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night the prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to have shown up at the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
But couldn't the defendants have simply just missed a piece?
I'm afraid that that's unlikely. The pieces were too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
But that may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that?
Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that.
There is no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
You're not implying that this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar?
The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
No. No.
Fucking amazing.
Wait. I'm not the one on trial here.
That's right.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence.
But why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, blah, blah, blah.
Nope, that.
Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark.
Drake.
My brain keeps reading it as Drake.
Yeah, same.
Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason.
Fighting Emma.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs.
One-on-one
Squaring
fisticuffs
up.
with Emma. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet? No, I did it on my own.
Sis, please stop trying to protect the chief. can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
What? Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Chance Trap? Fuck!
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all.
What do you mean, Wright?
What? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Miss Sky, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Sky, if you will.
I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there's a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Thank you.
The witness may testify once more for the final time.
Actual crime scene.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword. God damn it.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof.
What the fuck?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What the fuck? What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it.
What the fuck? You took a picture?
I thought it might be needed.
Oh, god damn it. I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Does she? Should she?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
Seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
That's a fucking picture of him stabbed.
Oh, hello?
It's a stabbed picture. There's a picture here. What the fuck?
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene.
Lana.
Oh, no other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I'd rearranged everything.
Oh, this picture's inserted the court record photo from 2 years ago.
Mr. Wright. That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be?
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is the handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
Remember, they had Emma's fingerprints on them. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma.
Why are you turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Actual crime scene.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body.
Fuck!
Blah, blah, blah.
I didn't even get to say anything. Hey, Grant, you son of a bitch.
You fucker.
You fucker.
Andre?
You're muted.
Oh, fuck, I was muted?
Come now, Aji. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
You weren't just supposed to be at lunch, you bitch.
Chief Gant.
What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too?
Don't gaslight me.
If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
You can't. You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
This must be that risk we talked about earlier.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Good lord.
Why was... Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Why was that kind of hot? Question mark?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that pacemaker's acting up, huh?
So what? You think I'm worried?
Yes.
Little bit.
Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean... You still have some conclusive evidence?
Uh-oh. No, I don't. But someone does.
Someone.
So, what's your excuse, Rhino? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal it, anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now?
Board of Inquiries?
Better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present the piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed the prosecutor? Fucking can't show that shit!
Yeah.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
What? Lie!
Chief Gant?
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about, you stupid bitch.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. see the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Ah.
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
Wait, you mean you admit to it?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It was then it then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence. You mean the items were in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating this far ahead while forging evidence?
What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I had the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too?
Ho ho ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
I'm waiting for Mr. Wright.
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant. And you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe.
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do all that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I can show evidence now. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
All right, then let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered the prosecutor marshal.
Piece of cloth.
Yeah.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh yes, at last you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must be a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Ho ho ho. You are as slow on the uptick as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Rhino had all the time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Now why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... It's Emma!
It's Emma. Sorry, Emma.
Emma? Emma Sky? What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow!
Ho 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 ho! You're really something, Rhino. You knew this girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster.
Miss Sky.
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along. Yet you acted like she really didn't.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy! What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It's Emma Sky, wasn't it?
Nope. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? Because there's no blood. What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, you tyrannical rain ants here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. It's the fucking photograph where he's exploded with blood.
Yeah.
And yet the cloth is empty as shit.
It's clean.
What exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest is cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest was soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs were no doubt punctured, blood pouring out from his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense.
Damn.
Now then, Chief Ganton, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armored sword.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of victim vests? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer.
No!
It's finally all over. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh.
Objection. Oh, that was close, Rhino. You almost had me.
What?
Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute all your allegations.
You mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
Okay, no one has stopped us from presenting illegal evidence before, so... Order, what's this nonsense?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, G? Earlier, all Ryder here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse for Rhino? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence at the time I can present at this point in time.
That's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
That's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
Fuck you.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct.
Jesus Christ.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Bitch.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last. The time for me to ruin my plan has finally been arrived. Let's go!
Well, Mr. Wright, do you admit it? Did you purposefully and illegally conceal this piece of cloth?
I didn't! I admit, I refused to present it at one point.
So the evidence is illegal.
Wait, hold on, bitch. Wait a minute. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean couldn't?
There's a certain procedure involved when presenting evidence.
No, Edgy. Don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then proceed.
It's this fucking book we got!
Boom.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
Oh?
This?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Scott's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that time, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove their relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Sorry, but you can recall when was this picture presented?
Only shown a few moments ago.
No.
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut this piece of out of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
No!
It was then that you proved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the only one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there was only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you!
Oh no.
Oh no! Someone use a screwdriver! Just tighten it back into place.
Just tighten him and get those screws unloose.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convicted Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand this all to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife.
I killed him for it.
I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible for you to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Oh, I think you're muted.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk. But what's the big deal?
Dang.
You look a lot more than us detectives ever will.
You fucking... Wow, what a dick move. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this?
Well, he had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took all the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar of fragments in the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all do their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy. Why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me. We're the same.
Ba-ba-bum.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Wedgie.
Well,
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date.
no.
Sorry, old friend.
The first hot date I've had.
I was gonna rail you so good, I'm so
No!
sorry.
No!
I get to miss out on Peggle.
Oh my god.
I could have shown you how to be a master at Peggle.
Oh god, get me out of here.
Damn it. He was just 2 days away from retirement. I knew you used to be I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example for others on the force.
And then you had to murder that guy.
I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Wedgie. Thanks for all the memories, though.
Thanks for the memories. Sorry.
Thanks for the memories. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. Jesus.
There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes?
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up till today.
So, it seems all of the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
You crying, Judge? You okay?
No,
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Who am I competing against in the defense attorney category? What?
I think one is a pirate. From I owe you many thanks, Mr. Wright.
Oh man, a pirate? Holy shit! I can't beat that. She's finally smiling. Holy
She
shit.
knows how to do it.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
What the fuck did I do?
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job.
I only did my job. Shut up.
You literally did not do your job. You did our job.
You did my job. Thanks, Edgeworth.
Question. I think Edward has a praise kink. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
'Cause-
Agreed.
100%.
Look, shut up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are innocent of murder, however. Although the chief blackmailed you, you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long.
I
already.
agree.
Yes,
I
we all agree.
Honestly, Christ.
Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Fire those confetti cannons!
We did it!
Last time in this game!
It's the best part of every case. It's the confetti.
This is all. The court is adjourned.
Thank God.
Gank fuck. February 25th.
Okay.
At fucking long last, it's finally over. Holy shit.
Ah!
Oh, Emma? Hey, what's up? Why the long face? I mean, your sister is going to jail, but why the long face?
Well,
I'm sorry your sister didn't completely get off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted of a murder that she didn't commit. That's important.
no, that's not it. Just now after the trial ended.
I can see why Maya Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Uh-huh.
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me. Oh
Whoops.
my gosh.
Fuck.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, God. Oh, guess I am.
Again.
Again. I'll come back later.
Again.
Okay.
Wait for it.
He's
Wait,
so sad.
Detective Gunshoe, wait a minute. Hold on, what is it? What's going on? What's happening?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty. And just top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people.
We did this already. We
Every time.
we did this already.
Hey, wait up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, you're here because of my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
I mean, sure, fuck it, why not?
Emma, I owe you an apology.
Fuck yeah.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis.
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis.
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis. I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh, Emma. Emma!
Yay!
Yay!
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find a way back to the rightful path. And it's from there we can move forward onto a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching those two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth, what the fuck?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Is he hiding behind the plant?
Oh my god, this game.
This is ridiculous.
I love him.
Where was he hiding? What?
I just came to say congratulations.
Cool, thanks.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well, I'll be going now.
Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me.
What?
What?
No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
We just did that though. Kinda.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
Hold on.
Homie.
Oh my
You
god.
despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, the same.
Echo, shut up.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you go. Try it alone. Try to go it alone. That's what I said.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth.
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to put something out like Chief Grant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
What?
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
They fucked with me.
True.
So now if you just fuck him instead,
Exactly.
maybe there will be a better
In order to
resolution.
fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon.
Exactly.
That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You
had
were working
accomplices.
together with Mr. Wright.
That's fucking right.
And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
What? Yeah, what? Oh, yeah. What the fuck is this pop quiz shit? I'm done. I won. What the fuck?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence? Something that I nor him would have found on our own. The fucking evidence list. Because it's both pieces. Yeah, bam!
That's the picture I drew.
Yeah, it is. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fucking fate.
Just like you live.
It's time for me to go.
Oh.
Oh.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me,
Bye.
there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up.
Sure.
Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Bye, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Or whatever you do.
Whatever
just,
you do.
Just
Oh.
whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you. Or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. Seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now, it's my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
Bye, Edgeworth. See you maybe next game, who knows?
I'd better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation?
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Where were you carrying that thing?
Don't ask.
Thanks, sis.
I
will.
I have to ask now. Stop smiling like that. What the fuck? Wait a minute. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. It's done. Faith that their lives have only just begun.
Get out of here!
We fucking beat Phoenix Wright! And as for me, I'm fucking done. I need a vacation. I think it's time to start on a new journey. I'm done with this shit. I gotta get on my own. A journey to rediscover myself. That's right. Bye, Edgeworth. Bye, everybody. Fucking goddamn it. Oh, shit.
Well, don't go checking out just yet, pal.
Please come shoot! I gotta go to the show!
I have to go to a show. What the fuck do you want, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor.
What the fuck?
She isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
But I thought you said this was okay.
the fucking who gives a
Yeah, well,
fuck?
maybe okay with me, but the person on a different story.
Huh? What the fuck you talking about?
Basically, I had to bribe a gardener to sneak her out for 30
God
minutes.
fucking damn it.
Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh? What?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
I got bounced. Yeah, well, haha. You see, Mr. Wright, here's the one who before the bill.
Fucking again? Holy shit. Huh? Wait, hold on, what?
Well, you think I can afford it with my salary, you stupid bitch? You gotta be kidding me. I just got fired.
Huh? Wait, what? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
What the fuck? Oh, god damn it. Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
What are we doing? What the fuck? Objection!
Your wallet.
And we beat the game. The game's beat. Get the fuck out of here. We're done. You guys, we beat Phoenix Run. Go to Tardy-Piss right now. In fact, I don't give a fuck. I heard your friend of Europe. Take care of Emma. Cool. Good. The fucking. We beat this game. We beat it. It's done.
It's done. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. I love you faces. Total Party Kiss. Go there right now.
Go there right now.
Go there right now.
Bye.
Cool. Well, that's yeah. I love your faces. Go check out everyone's socials. See you in a couple minutes. I love you. Bye.
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 God.
Okay.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.